There's a strong sense that trade conversations remain active on both Elias Pettersson and JT Miller. That's what CJ told us on Insider Trading on Tuesday. Craig, the distraction of this feud is killing the Vancouver Canucks right now. What needs to happen in Vancouver before this thing completely goes off the rails?
Well, I think the most important thing is to recognize when there is a problem and where the problem is. Now, you're always going to come across situations that challenge you, but if you want to be successful, you have to find solutions to your problems. And that's simply where the Vancouver Canucks find themselves at this moment in time. Whether you want to call it turmoil or drama, bottom line is there is something that isn't right with the Vancouver Canucks. And we've heard continuously about JT Miller and Elias Pettersson. So for the Vancouver Canucks management, it's about identifying what solutions will allow the team to move forward and to move past this situation right now. Because it's clearly a situation that is not only distracting, but you can absolutely say with certainty it's harming them with respect to their on-ice play.
So, Craig, what can management do to solve this quickly before it's too late?
Yeah, I know everybody wants a quick solution. The first thing I'm going to say is with the two players respectively, you got this elite talent in Elias Pettersson who has clearly not performed to that level over the last year, calendar year, maybe a little bit less. You have JT Miller who really is the heartbeat of that team. So when you start to consider where they find themselves with these two players, I don't think there's any lack of interest amongst other NHL teams in these two players. But what you have to consider is the $11.6 million committed on an annual basis to Elias Pettersson, a no-move clause that kicks in on July 1st. If you believe that he has the ability to be the player that can turn your team's fortunes, that can be that real go-to guy, well then you're probably not considering trading him. But if you're not sure, and I'm not so sure they are right now that they can have that sense of feeling, your last chance to trade him on your terms comes prior to July 1st. So that might not happen tomorrow. That might not happen prior to the trade deadline. But that's the situation that the Vancouver Canucks find themselves in. And they have to find a way to give themselves a satisfactory answer and then act. Bottom line is people will look at it and go, well, you can't trade Elias Pettersson or you can't trade JT Miller. You have to focus in on what's best for the organization, what's best for your team. And sometimes that old adage, addition by subtraction, applies. It certainly seems like that may be the adage that the Vancouver Canucks are facing at present time.
That could be really painful, but who could blame the Canucks? Pettersson's numbers have really tailed off through all of this. He's on a pace for his worst points per game season of his entire NHL career.